And like any budding United cult hero, he's now also got himself a chance to do it.
Give it to Eric Cavani. I say that all the less he scored the goal. Give it to Eric Cavani.
They're all singing it out of time and in a different key. I just love it. I really do love it. And this all came from a United fan on Twitter, actually. This is where I thought it come from. A United fan called Bashy. Maybe this is all slightly tongue-in-cheek, but he is on with us now to explain how it's become as huge as it is. So, Bashy, welcome to Talking Balls, my mate.
How we doing, all right?
Yeah, all good, boss. So, talk us through, mate, your thought process with this one, because it is a little bit tongue-in-cheek, and I want to know how it came about.
Right, well, it is a strange one, to be fair, because I texted AD and I said to him, come round to my house and watch football. And on his way round, I put the footy on and then realised it wasn't on Sky Sport. And I didn't have a dodgy box or anything like that, so I had to watch it on on some Spanish stream that I got off Twitter. So me and AD we sat around drinking Copperberg around the table on this Spanish stream. And I don't know why, but as soon as he left, as he was leaving, obviously Cavani had bagged in the last minute, and this tune had just gone through my head, and that was it. It was born out of the one take, like normal, one take in the kitchen, done it, and it just exploded. So, and here we are.
Here we are indeed. Now, I always think about chants, whether they're new, they're old, whatever they are, how did they first come about? The first person that created that chant is a genius. So, Bashy, I'm going to say you're an absolute genius for this, and it did blow up on the internet. United fans from all over have been sending you videos, you've been retweeting them. I've seen so many on your timeline. It must be a bit surreal for you.
It's funny, to be fair. So I was in work yesterday, and I was in the M6 got shut, and I sat there. So I flipped my phone open, and it had exploded. I wasn't even listening to the footy, and then it exploded. And then, legit, about 30 or 40 videos had come through different. So I was trying to screen record them while sending them, while trying to navigate my way through traffic and stuff. I ended up needing a break in the end, so I sat for like 45 minutes just retweeting them and screen recording them and stuff, and some of them are unbelievable to be fair.
I'm not going to lie, Bashy, what I do find fascinating about this, and maybe you disagree with me on this, but the chant itself, like Manchester United have been known for years to have really long, convoluted, quite clever and, really witty chants, and this one, it's really simple, it's really inoffensive, and let's face it, mate, correct me if I'm wrong, when you put that chant online, you were having a wind-up, weren't you?
So to start with, it was a wind-up, and then about 2 days later, when it was still like blowing up and exploding, I said, I think we're just going to have to hold our hands up here, lads, and say this is a certified banger. And we're just going to have to, aren't we? Because it is. To be fair, I reckon if it's sung correct, well, we never sing songs correctly, but if it was sung correctly, this would be going off on like buses, away days, the ground a lot. I think if we were in that ground at the moment, I think it'd be exploding.
I think about classic United chants, especially classic United chants around cult heroes. So I'm thinking like the old Robin van Persie chant, the Diego Forlan chant, the Radamel Falcao chant almost, and you can sort of see this having a similar vibe. It almost feels like, Bashy, it's like a little bit of a joke which you've started, and then all of a sudden loads of Man United fans are now in on the joke with you, and it's like a little in-joke that only United fans get.
Yeah, well, you've probably seen the Scott McTominay video that I did on the weekend, just as a wind-up, and all the Leeds lot were giving me more grief than I don't know what on part. And someone had said, I think there's an in-house joke here that I'm not quite aware of, and I feel a bit daft now. But that Cavani one was started as a daft joke, has gone global now, hasn't it? It's absolutely everywhere, isn't it?
So surely the next step is to get the main man, Edinson Cavani, to do it himself, mate. We need to get that video on your Twitter, right?
Oh, we'll have to try, yeah.
I have a feeling it will happen. Like, surely, what, like someone in the United squad is going to see one of these videos eventually.
That's it's the thought, isn't it? Like, somebody must have seen it and gone, here, have you seen this? And just showed him it, and he won't have a clue what's happening or what's going on.
He's just seeing a load of lads from like Salford in the living room singing this ABBA song, and he's like, what have I got myself in for here?
Well, I think Ryan said, a lot of the Ryan is on. So Ryan had said Twitter yesterday, he said, that lad will have had, like, huge ultra factions following him and making up, like, crazy songs for him, like all these, like, Paris Saint-Germain ultras and all that malarkey, making insane songs about him, and he said, now he's going to see lads, like, mincing around the living room. Huge Cavani so far. It's a bit of a nightmare.
Honestly, I love it because I think the best football songs are at the same time actually the worst football songs.
Oh, 100%.
You just can't get out of your head.
That's it, mate. I heard Phil Tro play the ABBA version, obviously, yesterday on Drive Time, and it was straight away, windows down, volume up, fist pumping. It's absolutely perfect, mate. I think it could become a classic football chant. And I tell you what, mate, imagine this, and I'm getting ahead of myself here, and Kyle, you'll shoot me down for this. Imagine United do the unthinkable and they win the league this season, and the dressing room, every single player singing that song. Mate, this song will become eternal if that happens. It'll outlive both of us.
Yeah, well, who's it? No, not Villa. Southampton, wasn't it? Southampton 2 against Southampton. So I'd done it originally against, was it Everton when he scored in the last minute against, and it wasn't really a winner. I think we were 2-1 up against Everton when he scored that one, so it wasn't really like a last minute winner or anything like that. But then we were 2-1 down for Southampton, weren't we? And he got 2 in the last 10 minutes, and like Twitter that night absolutely exploded. Everybody was going berserk and stuff. And then last night, I had it on Talk Site Day. I was working, I had it on Talk Sport and stuff like that. And then I hit traffic, and I flicked my phone open, and it had exploded, and I thought, he must have scored. Like, he must have bagged. And then I went through it, and someone said, rest in peace, your mentions, and I couldn't even, like, keep up with them. There's about 1,000 notifications. I could only see, I don't know how many, and it just... do you know, this is the truth. I didn't even know it was 2-0, right? Someone sent a video, a lad Ben, he sent a video and he was singing it when Martial scored. And I was like, how has he done that? I was proper confident. I flicked the scores up and we'd won 2-0. I was like, I only knew it was 1 because obviously I'd had about 30 notifications.
I was going to say, Bashy, I think if ever Cavani scores or does anything in a game, then you're pretty much out of action for the next 15 minutes, aren't you?
Put my phone down and just go with a red line.
Oh, but mate, I hope we hear that chant more and more throughout the season because it means that the man himself is doing great things, mate.
Well, that's it, isn't it? It's a fighting season, and don't want to talk of it yet, but nobody's performing yet, so we'll see how we get on, and hopefully back with a few more winners there.
Absolutely, mate, and then we can hear it more and more. And I tell you what, I can't wait for, mate, just to finish off the chat. I cannot wait for a packed Old Trafford singing this one.
I'm hoping that we're back there before he leaves, to be honest.
Absolutely, mate. Bashy, thank you so much for coming on Talking Balls tonight, mate.